I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we're going to be explaining the Jedi and Order 66 scenes that we recently saw in the brand new Mandalorian Season 3 trailer. We're going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it. This video we're going to be taking a read from the direct article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. As I read, a new glimpse at the Mandalorian's third season has landed, and it included a glimpse of more and new Jedi who aren't Ahsoka or Luke Skywalker. One thing that really sets The Mandalorian apart from most live-action Star Wars projects, whether it be movies or shows, is how it doesn't focus on the Jedi. Of course, it wasn't the only story to do that, however, with the Star Wars universe, with Solo and Rogue One being key examples, especially as them being movies. However, despite that, Jedi will always be important to the franchise's lure. This led to Season 2 of Pedro Pascal's Disney Plus series, introducing and including Ahsoka Tano into the live-action spectrum of things, and even then, not long after, a de-aged Luke Skywalker made a surprise appearance in the finale of Season 2. Now, it looks like the upcoming third season of The Mandalorian will continue this trend by giving audiences dozens of Jedi, giving us more flashbacks to previously with the Order 66 flashback scenes. The new official trailer for the highly anticipated Season 3 of the Star Wars Disney Plus show, The Mandalorian, is here, and features some spectacular new footage. One of those new scenes shown happens to include a new group of Jedi. Let's talk about this and explain it a little bit more. In fact, they look like they might be the same crew that was briefly seen in the Book of Boba Fett with that brief flashback to Order 66. This was seen when Luke Skywalker had entered the mind essentially of Grogu, Baby Yoda, in the Book of Boba Fett to see what made Grogu really close out of the Force and want to get away from him. And seeing now that we're getting more Order 66 flashback scenes, especially being marketed and promoted here for the third season of The Mandalorian, will Order 66 be more explored going forward, especially in the Mandoverse? The brief glimpse of Order 66 and how it's included alongside new Grogu footage makes it seem that fans might be in for some more information on what happened that fateful day, especially to the youngling Grogu. But just how much will it actually explore? Even the brief tease in the Book of Boba Fett caused quite the excitement, but imagine what else they might be able to do, and that they're simply just holding back. This also reminds me of what they did with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Reva, as it was ongoing with Order 66 flashbacks. What if we got more scenes, just like we saw with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, that featured more Order 66 flashbacks, and even events that went more in-depth, that really made us feel like we're there, rather than them just being simple flashbacks like we've already seen previously before. In the sense that of what Obi-Wan Kenobi, that show, did with its Order 66 flashbacks, and also with the Order 66 flashbacks that we saw in the Book of Boba Fett, those felt very brief, and they didn't really pull us in there all that much. What if we saw something that was more like with the Book of Boba Fett, and Boba Fett's flashbacks for when he's in the Bacta tank, and he's having flashbacks to when he's with the Sand People? Those episodes and scenes of the Book of Boba Fett, of where we had those flashbacks in the Bacta tank, really made us feel like we were there, and they weren't just simple glimpses back of Order 66. So for one thing, in my own thoughts and opinions, I think that would be something amazing to see going forward. As the article continues to say that perhaps the world will get to learn who exactly saved Grogu that day. After all, it is one of the biggest unanswered questions in all of Star Wars, and something that has a lot of Star Wars fans wanting to see who was there that day, who was the one that came in and saved Grogu. When it comes to the other Jedi of The Mandalorian, there's still every chance that the likes of Ahsoka or Luke Skywalker could make another appearance as well. It would be easy for Rosario Dawson to quickly show up and set up her own show later on, and maybe she can even bring some of the Ghost crew, maybe even Sabine Wren alongside with her. As the article concludes, The Mandalorian's third season is going to hit Disney Plus on March 1st, later this year, and it really can't come quick enough. Now from there, that is where the article concludes, and as I had to mention at the beginning of this video, I have this full article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Let's talk about this for a minute. In the fashion and within the way that putting these scenes together, essentially from the Mando Season 3 trailer and also with the flashbacks from the Book of Boba Fett, But the Order 66 flashback scenes here, necessarily piecing them together, it doesn't look like a Jedi is going to be coming through that door. That Jedi, or Sith Lord, being Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. It appears in the way that these Jedi are all standing guard, surrounding Grogu, Baby Yoda, as we're seeing it through his eyes. And when the doors open and all these Jedi get taken down, it's simply 501st Clone Troopers. The real mystery comes in, for of course, as the article talks about it and mentions it to be one of the biggest unanswered Star Wars questions to date, is that after this happens, the 501st clones spot Grogu and run towards him, and from there we're pulled out of this flashback that we have seen in the Book of Boba Fett, and also kind of piecing it here from this new footage that we just got from the trailer of the Mandalorian Season 3. The real main question that everybody's asking is what happens right after that? What Jedi swoops in from out of nowhere? Is it Barriss Offee? Mace Windu makes a return to maybe potentially go back to the Jedi Temple, I've heard often before, to try to warn the other Jedi, however figures that it's too late simply because there's already clones there and having Jedi being taken down. This seems to be one of the biggest Star Wars questions out there nowadays, and there's so many theories and speculations out there of who was the one that saved Grogu on Order 66. Hopefully we'll finally find out in the Mandalorian Season 3. Until then, I would love to hear you guys all think about this in the comment section down below. Who do you think maybe saved Grogu during Order 66? I have a video here on the channel talking about my own personal theories and speculations, and there's plenty of other ones out there on YouTube. However, I would love to hear you guys all think about this in the comment section down below. And on top of that, what you're looking forward to seeing most with the Mandalorian Season 3. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.